Intermediate Theater and Beginning Technical Theater Ensembles will be presenting to you a series of scenes from Pulitzer Prize-winning plays.
Before we begin, please locate your exits in case of an emergency and silence all of your cell phones.
To start off the night, we will be presenting a scene from the play Radical by David Lindsay Avire, who won a Pulitzer Prize in 2007.
The play follows the couple Becca and Howie as they cope with the loss of their son. Becca will be played by Natalia Fagundes, and Howie will be played by Dominic Cruz.
We thank you all for coming out here tonight, and we hope you enjoy Director's Choice. Our brother.
accident. And believe me, I'll beat myself up about it forever, I'm sure, just like everything else that I could have prevented, but I didn't.
That's not what I want. It's not what I'm talking about.
Because it feels like it is. It feels like I don't feel bad enough for you, like I'm not mourning enough for your taste.
No, come on,
or
that's not
learning the right way. Well, let me just tell you that I'm mourning just as much as you are. And my pain is just as real as yours is.
I know that.
Do you? So you're not in a better place than I am. You're just in a different place, and it sucks that we can't be there for each other right now, but that's just the way it is.
This stuff is all we have. That's all I'm saying. Everybody can give you a
I
right.
understand. I get it. You don't want to let go. I understand.
Do you? Do you? Something's got to change. I can't keep doing this. Like this. It's just too hard. It's just too hard. I want the dog back. Your mother's making him fat and I want him back.
Wait.
No! What more do we have to lose? I want the dog back. I miss him and I'm sorry. I miss him. And I'm gonna go get him back.
And my name is Logan Haynes, and our play is Cat on a Hot Tin Roof by Tennessee Williams. Some of our actors include Ella Frampton playing Maggie, Jackson Frankie playing Brick, Sam Scola playing Cooper, and Tony Glover playing Big Mama.
We have Tori Padilla playing Suki, Michelle Brown playing May, Max Fox playing Reverend Hooker, and Olivia Woody playing Dr. Bell.
Our play is about some unholy struggles with many people in a household, because I know that some people can go through this, whether it's in this relationship or many other things with, a father being sick or someone dealing with some unholy struggles. And we just wanted to pick this play because it shows a lot of realistic stuff that can happen.
I loved my directing experience, especially with this cast and my partner. Everyone had wonderful ideas that we really brought to life, and I'm really proud of this piece.
I have loved directing this play. All these people on the stage have put so much hard work into this, and they really bring these characters to life, and I hope that they bring them to life to you guys too. And hope you enjoy Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Thank you.
Come on, girlie, wait for the stuff. One of those no-neck monsters hit me with a hot butter biscuit, so now I have to change.
Oh, one of Cooper's kids a no-neck monster.
Because he's got no necks.
Don't they have necks?
None visible.
What are they up to, Maggie?
You know what they're up to. I'll tell you what they're up to, boy of mine. They're up to cutting you out of your father's estate. And now that we know that Big Daddy is dying of cancer.
Do we know Big Daddy is dying of cancer?
Yep. Got report just now. Oh, it didn't surprise me, baby. I recognized the symptoms last spring. I bet you that brother man and his wife are sure of it too.
You say something?
Big Daddy jokes on you, honey, and he can't stand brother man and his wife, that monster of fertility. She is not my only singing, She had the boys watch her have the twins last spring so that they could appreciate the
here, boy.
They're trying to go gay.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Just like an eel, boy. Just like an eel.
Big Daddy's dying of cancer. What were you thinking of when you were looking at me like that? Were you thinking of Skipper? I'm sorry. But the laws of silence don't work. No laws of silence work. It's like shut the door on a house fire and locking the door and hopes to forget that the house is even burning in the first place. Turning away from the fire does not put it out. Silence is the thing that magnifies and grows and it festers in silence.
Give me my crutch.
Lean on me.
No, just give me my crutch.
Lean on my shoulder.
What? Something on your shoulder. Just give me my crutch.
Here,
Thanks.
that's the first time in a while that you raised your voice at me, Rick.
I haven't had enough of this stuff to make me peaceful yet. You do me a favor.
Maybe I will. What thing?
Keep your voice down.
I will, if not shut up entirely, if you promise me that that's your last drink until the party.
What party?
Big Daddy's party.
Oh, I must have forgot.
I left a card in the other room and just scribbled a few lines on that.
Why don't you scribble something?
Because it's your present, it has to be in your handwriting. I got him a present for you.
Well, then you sign it.
Suki, go.
How's the injured ankle, Brick?
Doesn't hurt. Just itches.
Brick, you should have been downstairs by now. Kitties, put on a show.
Oh, I bet they did.
Honey, why are you so catty?
Hey, May. Sister woman, intermission's over.
Ring around the rosy, pockets full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Intermission is over. See y'all later.
How's your lucky supply holding up, buddy? Can't get trousers over this swollen ankle.
I can help you.
No.
Well, you just put on a pair of pajamas.
Yeah, I'll do that, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rick.
Don't mention it.
Rick, how long does this have to go on? Can't I apply for a pardon?
Well, Maggie, recently your voices sound like you've been telling everybody the house is on fire.
Oh, really? Really, Rick? No wonder. You want to know how I feel? I feel like a cat on a hot tin roof.
Well, then jump off the roof. Cats can jump off roofs and land all aboard.
No. Really?
God's sakes, just do it. Just jump.
Do what?
Take a better spouse.
You know I cannot see a man with you with my eyes closed. Why don't you just get ugly? Please, Rick, get ugly or fat or something so I can stand it.
Maggie,
Why did you lock the door?
Maggie, I feel embarrassed with you.
Embarrassed! Embarrassed, though. You know, don't mind me making a fool of myself over you.
I mind, Maggie,
Well, I'm sick and tired of living under these conditions.
but you agreed.
I
Accept that condition.
don't. I can't.
Oh, Rick, I have the most wonderful news about your daddy.
Hi, I'm Seth Scola.
And I'm Dr. Cruz, and you're about to watch Seascape. So, Seascape is a play by Edward Albee that has an elderly couple, Nancy and Charlie, who go on a picnic at a beach that's overlooking a great view of the ocean right over here with the sand dunes right next to it. And while they're having their picnic, they soon begin to argue about their married life together and the faults of it. And just when things couldn't get more interesting, they do. They're visited by mystical sea creatures that have run away from their home in search of adventure on the land.
Our actors are Natalia Fernandez as Sarah, Alexa Flowers as Leslie, Emma Stone as Nancy, and Whitney Hymas as Charlie.
In the scene, Nancy, one of the elder ladies, tries to teach the sea creatures about emotions, and even though they have emotions, they can't wrap their minds around the concept. And I thought this would be a great scene because as teenagers, we have a lot of feelings and emotions that we do not understand. And the scene also allowed us to pull off some great technical feats.
We both learned as directors that working together and cooperating with your actors is really what helps drive a scene to what it can be best. And we also like to thank the techs for helping us out with this amazing set and everything else we couldn't do without them.
Enjoy Seascape.
Thank you.
Of course, there's another reason why we keep our children with us for so long.
Oh, like what is that?
Well, we love them.
Pardon?
We love them.
Explain.
What?
What you said.
We said we love them.
Yes. Explain.
What love means? Love is one of the emotions. One of the emotions, Sarah.
But what are they?
Well, you must have them. You must have emotions.
We may or we may not, but we'll never know unless you find your terms. Honestly, imprecision. You're so thoughtless.
Well, we're sorry.
You have to make allowances.
All right.
Oh, please help us, Nancy.
Okay. All right, come on. Come on. Fear, hatred, apprehension, loss, love, nothing. We keep them with us because they need us to. And they feel possessive towards us and grateful and proud. And lots of other words describing emotions. You can't do that, Nancy. It doesn't help. All right. Then you do it. And when I get back home, I'm packing up and taking a good long trip. Go on! And I've been married to you for far too smoothly for far too long. Oh, come on, Nancy. How'd you two get together? How'd you meet?
Well, I was just going along one day, minding my own business.
Oh, Leslie. I was reaching my maturity like my tail was growing out so naturally. And then I noticed someone not really joining in with the others.
That was me.
I didn't pay much attention to her. I thought she was probably sickly or something. But then,
You noticed me.
all of a sudden, there she was. Right in the middle of all the others, fighting and driving all the others off. And there she was. It was quite rumpus.
They didn't amount to much.
And so, all the others drifted away, and there she was. And there I was. And here we are.
Well, yes, that proves my point.
What?
About love. She loved you.
Yes.
Well, she drove all the others away so she could have you. She wanted you.
Yes.
Well, it's so clear. Nancy, isn't it clear? I know. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, Teb.
Oh, Leslie. What did you think of Sarah when you first saw her?
Well, as I told you, I was going along one day, minding my own business, and there was this great commotion with all the others around, and so I decided I wanted her.
Huh. Didn't you think she was pretty? Or whatever?
Well, I couldn't really see while I was hovering, but she seemed all right.
And have you ever coupled with anyone else since you've been with her? Charlie, what more do you want from them? I don't know what I want
God's sake, if she left you and you hadn't seen her in the longest time, what would you do? You might go look for her. You look for her, fine, but what if you knew she was never coming back? What about then?
You're heartless, Charlie. You're relentless, and without heart.
What would you do, Sarah? You cry your eyes out.
I cried. I cried my eyes out, Leslie. It's okay. Leslie, I want to go back.
Oh, no. Okay, Sarah. Sarah, please. No, come on.
I want to go back.
Sarah. Hey, Vince. You made her cry. She's never done anything like that before.
Well, I'm sorry.
You made her cry.
Well, I'm sorry.
You made her cry.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Charlie. Charlie. Okay. Hurry up, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Okay.
Hi, I'm Julia Westmoreland. I'm Erin Hagan. I'm Sierra Young. And we're the directors of Sunday in the Park with George. Sunday in the Park with George is about an artist named George Surratt who tries to capture the beauty of the world and his lover God, with whom he has a child with Marie. Flash forward 100 years later, Marie reveals to his artist grandson, also named George, about his family history of artists. George is helped through his hard times with the help of a book left behind by God and her spirit which visits him. We have Sam Mascola playing George and Maya Borghese playing Doc.
We have Abby Haynes playing Old Lady and Marie, and Morgan Leo playing Denise.
And our ensemble consists of Jackson Frankie, Olivia Woody, Nadia Schiesel, and Logan Haynes. We chose this play because of the artistic background, shows love for life, love, and the creation of art. What I've learned from this experience is how important it is that everyone works together and that communication is everything.
I have learned that in order to make the play the best it can be, everyone has to work together and communicate their every idea.
I learned that creativity is a process and your beginning visual may not look like your end product.
Thank you, and enjoy the show.
White, a blank page of canvas. The challenge, bring order to the whole through balance, design, light, and harmony. No. Now I want you to stare out of the water.
I feel foolish.
Why?
I hate this thing.
Then why wear it?
Why wear it? Everyone's wearing them. You know they are.
Stand still, please.
I read. They're even wearing them in America.
They're fighting Indians in America. And you can't read.
I can read. A little. Why are you going to do that so early?
The light.
Oh.
Ugh.
What's the matter?
I hate this tree.
I thought you were painting me.
I am. Just standing still.
I wish we could go sailing. I wouldn't want to go this early in the day, though.
Could you drop your head a little, please? Don't. If you wish to be a good model, you must learn to concentrate. Hold the pose, look out at the water. Ladies and gentlemen, in 1983, I was commissioned by this art museum to create an art piece commemorating George Seurat's masterpiece, A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte. My latest chrome balloon stands before you now, the seventh in an ongoing series because I have a special association with the museum's director. Robert Greenberg, the museum director, suggested that I assemble a short presentation to precede the activation of my latest invitation. I brought my grandmother along to help me, my grandmother Marie.
I was born in Paris, France, 98 years ago. My grandson, George.
I was born in Lodi, New Jersey, 32 years ago.
My mother was married to Louis, a baker. They left France when I was an infant to travel to Holly Springs, North Carolina.
George Seurat.
Born December 2nd, 1859.
It was through his mother that the future artist was introduced to the lower-class Parisian parks. Seurat received a classical training at the Beaux Arts.
Like his father, he was not an easy man to know.
He lived in an age where science was gaining principle over romantic principles.
He worked very hard.
His first painting, Bathing at Isneris, was rejected by the Ensemble, but was shown by the group of independent artists.
They hung it over the refreshment stand. Wasn't that awful?
On Ascension Day, 1884, he began work on his second painting, Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte. He was to work for 4 years on this painting.
He always knew where he was going before he picked up a paintbrush.
He denied conventional perspective and conventional space.
He was unconventional in his lifestyle as well. So was I, you know. I was a Floridora girl for a short time before my parents brought me to Holly Springs and before I was married to my first...
Marie, the film is running.
Excuse me. They hung it over the refreshment stand.
Marie! Marie! Marie!
George, I love the paintings, but I helped you build the last one. I want to do something different now.
I wish you would have told me that in the first place.
I'm sorry.
Why do you think I turned down the commission? I didn't want to have to do the same thing over and over again either.
There's other things that you could do.
I know that. I just want to do something I care about.
See, you brought the right book.
Well, since Marie's died, I figured I'd at least bring something of hers along.
I hope you don't mind, but I took a look at the book. It's very interesting.
It's just a grammar book, Denise.
No, that's part. The notes in it. I'm not so sure about this lighting. We'll have to wait for it to get dark.
You know, you go. I'd like to be alone, actually.
Are you sure?
Yeah. See you back at the hotel?
George, I really look forward to seeing what you come up with next.
You're not the only one, Denise.
I almost did not recognize you without your purple vest. You have my book.
Your book?
Yes.
It's a little difficult to understand.
Well, I was teaching myself. My writing got much better. I worked very hard. I made sure Marie learned the right way.
Marie.
It's good to see you. Not that I could ever forget you, George. You gave me so much.
What did I give you?
Oh, many things. You told me about concentration. At first, I thought that meant just standing still. But I was to understand that it meant much more. You
What
meant to
else?
tell me to be where I was, not some place in the past or the future. I worried too much about tomorrow. I thought the world could be perfect. I was wrong.
So, what else?
Oh, enough about me. What about you? Are you working on something new?
No, I'm not working on anything.
You never cared what anyone thought. That upset me at the time, so I wanted you to hear what I thought.
I'm sure that I did.
I'm sure that you did.
Dot. Why did you write these words?
They're the words, George. The ones you muttered so often when you work.
Order.
Oh, George, is that you?
Yes.
Is this place as you expected it?
What?
The park, of course.
Somewhat.
Go on.
Well, the greens are a little darker, the sky a little grayer, mud tubs in the water.
Oh, well, I'm sorry it disappointed you.
The air is rich and full of light.
Good. Oh, is that a roll?
Design, tension, balance, light. God, I can't read this word.
Harmony. Sunday.
White. A blank page or canvas. His favorite. So many possibilities.
Hi, my name is Mallory Adams. And I'm Emma Stone. And I'm Lexi Fitzpatrick. And we're the director of Dinner with Friends. Being a part of this play has been one of the greatest experiences we've had with our time here.
We are so thankful for all our amazing actors and techs that made all this possible.
This play was written by Don McGarlis and it is entitled Dinner with Friends.
It tells a story about two couples, Gabby and Karen, as well as Tom and Beth. In this scene, Tom is away on business and Beth reveals that he's been unfaithful towards her.
We are so thankful for all the amazing opportunities we've given in our time here. We've all learned so much about who we want to be as directors, and we were so thankful.
It was hilarious. It really was. I mean, she's really tiny, like 4'10" or something.
No.
Yes, she was. Come on, she was definitely under 5 feet. No, she wasn't. Yes, she was. Come on, she was up to like here on me. No, she was not. Yes, she was. Don't you remember how she? Anyway, the Pomodoro. The Pomodoro was amazing and simple. Amazingly simple. Sauteed garlic, a lot of garlic, and a little onion finely diced. That was interesting. Very little onion. Are you gonna let me tell this or what? Oh, sorry. She crushed up the garlic with her thumb. By the way, this calcified arthritic stomach was hilarious! She set it into the marble counter, blinked it into the olive oil. And the tomatoes. 5-6 pounds of them. So yes!
having to leave to Washington a night like this?
Yeah. Oh well, more food for us.
Yeah.
You should see. I wish I had some film. Oh, we ran out of film. That's right. You should see them all four heads like this, watching the aristocrats for the 97th time. What's the matter? Okay. What is it? Stop leaving me. What? Please leaving me.
Hi, my name is Ella Frampton.
Hi, I'm Berthia.
And our scene is the rabbit hole, and it will be a continuation of the first scene from this night.
We have Abby Kane portraying the role of Izzy, and we have Maya Portuguese portraying the role of Howie.
We chose this particular scene in the show because we wanted to explore a relationship dynamic in rabbit hole that isn't so centered. So this scene takes place between the husband and his sister-in-law.
I learned how to be a better director and how to improve my technical side.
I learned how to better communicate my ideas to my actors and help them portray my initial visions while keeping their ideas prevalent. Thank you. After this scene will be intermission. We hope you enjoyed the show.
They were weird, weren't they? The last couple, the way they kept opening everything, cabinets, closets. It's an open house. Yeah, but still, it was kind of nervy. I mean, I'd never do one of those things, strangers strolling through, looking under my beds.
That's what you gotta do to sell a house.
Well, lucky for me, I'll never own a house. What is this, pie?
It's a tort.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Are we done?
15 minutes. We're supposed to go till 4.
How many did you get anyways?
Not many. No serious fires. Maybe the German though. It's hard to tell.
German? That's what he was? I couldn't place the accent. I was thinking maybe Irish?
Irish?
I couldn't tell.
I should probably get a broker. I think people are afraid of Biscos.
Afraid of who?
Biscos. For sale by owner. No middleman. I was trying to avoid the commission, but we'll probably need one. This was a watch, I think. I thought we had to buy it for that family, the little girl. Nothing though. Maybe I priced it too high. But they were just browsing, maybe.
You figured him out, Howie.
No, I didn't. What are you talking about?
Should have cleaned out Danny's room, made it a spare bedroom, an office, or whatever.
Why?
I mean, because everyone that went in there was like, "Oh, you have a son! How old is he?" I think people would ask that.
I didn't think about it. I just thought it'd be good. Let me see, there's a nice room for a kid.
But common sense, Howie. I mean, there are robot sheets on the bed, and everybody that goes in there, they ask, and you tell them, and then there's this weirdness in the air.
Only 2 people asked. That's all.
But still, you goofed him out. I mean, you gotta think about that stuff, you know. I mean, think, if you had a kid, and you walked into a house where a little boy just died, would you want to live in it? I mean, people believe in that stuff, you know, house karma or whatever.
Well, they're stupid then.
Yeah,
stuff, you know? I mean, you're trying to sell your house. I can't believe I'm giving you business advice.
Is that what this is?
I mean, think about it. Common sense. If you're trying to sell your house, then you gotta think about what is and isn't appropriate to tell people.
It isn't appropriate to talk about my son.
You're not dragging me into that conversation. If you want to talk about your son, your dead son, that's fine. God knows you love doing it. But if you're trying to sell your house and nobody buys it, that's none of my problem. Good God, Becca's gotta stop baking. I'm ginormous. Anybody coming?
No, it's just Maddie's still tied up.
So let me ask you something.
All right.
Is Becca mad at me or something? Because I'm pregnant? Or
Becca's not mad at you.
then why does she act so pissed at me sometimes?
I don't know. You should ask her.
I can't.
Why not?
Because then she'd only get more pissed at me.
Yeah, probably, but you should still ask her.
Is it because she thinks I'm not a good enough mother or something?
Oh my God. Izzy.
I mean, because if I hadn't called to complain about Mom, then that wouldn't have left Becca to let Danny run out into the street to get hit by that car.
10 months later, and you're asking me this?
I wanted to ask. Because my sister and I just want her to believe that I'm a good enough mother and that I can take care of it. And
No, Izzy. No. Nobody blames you.
okay. So it's the fact that I'm having a child then. Is that it?
Honestly, I don't think Becca's mood has anything to do with you.
I mean, yeah, sure, I'm not as homely as Becca or responsible.
Nobody's comparing you.
Really? Because that'd be a first.
Look, Izzy, I don't know where you want this conversation to go, and I don't know why you're having it with me. Screw it. Nobody's coming.
So, are you mad at me?
No,
Well, you seem mad.
I'm just getting a beer. You want one?
No, I don't want a beer. God! Hey, let me ask you something else.
What do you got? A list? Things to ask Howie when he's cornered.
Well, no, not a list.
What is it?
You're not gonna like it.
Well then, even better.
So, do you know Rima?
Is that the question?
No, that's the prologue. You know how some stories have a prologue?
I'm familiar with the concept.
Well, that's Rima. You remember her?
Not really.
She was at your barbecue 2 years ago. Curly hair, kind of chubby.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
She works at a restaurant called Calderone's in New Rochelle. Ever heard of that restaurant?
Yeah?
Well, she's a waitress there, and even though you don't remember her, she remembers you pretty well from 2 years ago at that barbecue.
Did I stick her on the tip? Because had I remembered her, I obviously would have.
She said you were there with some woman.
I was with another parent from support group 2 weeks ago, right? We stopped to grab a bite to eat after the meeting.
Her husband doesn't attend the meetings?
Is this still part of the prologue?
You two were holding hands. Rima said you were holding hands.
And Rima's what exactly? Your spy?
No, She's a waitress. She was just doing her job. You were the one sneaking around behind Becca's back. Okay, now I am mad. I told you you weren't gonna like it. Just because I was holding hands with someone does not mean that I was doing things. I know you and Becca are having troubles. What are you talking about? I thought you were man enough, so you wouldn't fish or cut bait. Who said we were having troubles? And even though you two were having troubles, that you could work it out and figure something out. This is so beyond ridiculous, I don't even know how to respond to you. I don't want you to respond. I just wanted to say what I needed to say. You can do whatever you want with it. With what? I'm not having an affair. Okay. I was comforting a friend. Okay, well, Rima will be glad to know that it was a misunderstanding. I'll tell you. Next time I see this Rima girl, I'm gonna tell her what I think about her talking crap about me. Good! She'll like that. And for the record, I hope I did stick her on the tip. Well, for the record, you did.
I've learned a lot of valuable directing skills, as well as how to effectively collaborate with my peers, and I would like to thank all of my classmates, friends, and family for all their support.
I've learned that the opinions of my co-directors and my cast could probably help make a video come to life, as well as a few doctor terms that I've never heard before, like neuroplasticity and myelosuppression. I don't know what they mean, but it's fine. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Not grand opera, but compared to lying here, is positively dramatic.
Primary side is behind the left ovary. Metastasis is suspected in the peritoneal cavity.
Full of subservants, higher gratuitous displays, hyperradical. It's just like the graduate seminar.
Full lymphatic involvement.
With one important difference. In Graham Brown's, they read me like a book. Once I did the teaching, now I am not.
At the time of Forsyth's surgery, a significant part of the tumor was debulked, mostly in this area. Left, right, ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, all out.
Excellent command of detail.
Evidence of primary site shrinkage. Shrinking in metastatic tumors has not been documented. Primary mass is frankly palpable in public exam. Frankly, all through here. Okay? Problem areas with Hexagon?
Myelosuppression. Well, first, of course, is myelosuppression, the lowering of blood flow. But it goes without saying, with this combination of agents, nephrotoxicity will be met.
Go on.
The kidneys are designed to filter out impurities in the bloodstream. In trying to filter out the chemotherapeutic agent, the kidneys shut.
Treatment?
Hydration.
Monitoring?
Full recording of fluid intake and output to monitor hydration and kidney functions. Total to monitor daily.
Side effects?
Nausea and vomiting.
And?
Pain
Routine?
Psychological depression.
Okay. Other complaints with text and bin? Come on.
Math tools?
Not yet.
Skin graft.
Nope. Why do we waste our time, Dr. Baring?
I don't know, Dr. Foster.
Use your eyes. Jesus, God, paradise.
Come on!
Dr. Baring, full dose. Excellent. Keep pushing the fluids.
Wasn't that grand? At times I feel this scrutiny is such a nefarious business. But what is the alternative? Ignorance? Ignorance may be bliss, but it is not a very noble goal. So I play my part. I receive chemotherapy, throw up, am subjected to countless indignities, feel better, go home. 8 cycles. 8 neat little strokes. There are always the red herrings or the subplots. Hepatotoxicity and neuropathy. They're medical terms. I looked them up. It has always been my custom to treat words with respect, and medical terms are more evocative than the poetry is done. Still, I would like to know what the doctors mean when they anatomize me. Medical terms are more evocative and scrutinizing than anything. Fever, neutropenia.
When did it start?
I was at home. I felt so sick.
You did the right thing to come. Did someone drive you?
Cab. I took a taxi.
Here, lie down just for a minute. Dr. Fud's arm. We'll give you some nice meds and some juice, some nice orange juice.
Light.
I left all the lights on at my house. Don't worry, it'll be all right.
How are you feeling, Professor Baring?
My teeth is hammering.
Vitals?
Temp 39.4, pulse 120, respiration 36. Chills this morning.
Fever and neutropenia. Blood cultures and urine stat. Admit her. Prepare for reverse isolation. Start with acetaminophen. Vitals every 4 hours.
Dr. Foster, you have to consider lowering the dose. She can't keep going like this.
Lower the dose? No way. Full dose. She's tough. She can take it. Wake me up when the counts come from the lab.
Now we shall see, through a series of flashbacks, how the senior scholar ruthlessly denied some peering students the touch of human kindness she now seeks. What characterizes the sonnet?
Huh?
What is the animating force that propels the sonnet?
Huh?
I'll give you a hint. It's not about football. Now, what propels the sonnet? Did I say you are so young you don't know a steak sandwich from a sonnet? By no means. You could come to this class prepared, or you can excuse yourself in this class, this department, and this university. Do not think for a second that I will tolerate anything in between. I was teaching him a lesson. What characterizes the sonnet? So we have another instance of John Donne's agile work ethic. Now, what is the complexity of God? But why? Why what?
Why does God make everything so complicated? No, really, why?
You know, I was asked this every year, and it was always one of the smart ones. What could I say? What do you think?
I think it's like he's hiding. I think he's really confused. So he hides behind all this complicated stuff, hides behind wit.
Hides behind wit.
I mean, if it's something he's sure of, he can say it more simply. He doesn't have to be so much of a performer or a brain. It doesn't have to be such a big deal.
grandmother die.
You knew?
It was a guess.
I have to go home.
Do what you will, but the paper is due when it is due. I don't know. I feel so, what's the word? In isolation, I am isolated. For once, I can use the term literally. It's not that I have cancer. That's not why I'm in isolation. It's not because I have a tumor the size of a grapefruit. No. I'm in isolation because I'm being treated for my cancer. The chemotherapeutic agents eradicating my cancer have also eradicated my immune system. If Don were to write a poem about it, it would perplex my students. It would baffle them. If I were lecturing, if they were here, I would tell them, think of it as a puzzle, an intellectual game. But I am not lecturing, and they are not here. So, if I was, how I could work my students into a frenzy, how I could blow their minds. I could be so powerful.
Hello, my name is Abby Haynes.
Tonight we'll be singing a scene from Act 3 of A Day's Delight. The play tells the story of a couple of many guests trapped in a hotel on Two Gabriel during the war. Joseph and Mary Bond try to revamp his career with dancing and other choreography.
Our actors include Logan Haynes as Shirley, Dominic Cruz as Harry, Ella Frampton as Beulah, Julie Westmoreland as Elaine, Sky Lewis as Dee Dee, and Madeline McAdams as the captain.
We picked this show because of the lighthearted humor and the chemistry of the characters on stage.
Me and Natalia have had such fun directing our cast. We learned important values such as patience and responsibility. We've also allowed our actors to use their own creativity to further their character and characterization. We hope you enjoy our show.
This is
Idiot's Delight.
What's the number, Harry?
The Caprice Benoist. Chrysler.
It's pretty.
You think so?
You're going to marry her.
Again?
The ball distinctly indicates 2 marriages. And maybe even a 3rd.
Oh, for God's sake!
We certainly need new stockings.
Then we'll renovate the wardrobe in Geneva.
Let's see what the fates tell us next.
Stay here, get out of here.
Ask Beulah. Maybe she can get it out of those cards of hers.
I hate this place. It's spooky.
What did you say, Holly?
Oh, don't pay any attention to them. What does it say about me?
You'll enter a period of very poor health.
When?
How long would that your birthday's end here?
That means any day now, honey.
Excuse me, I don't think you understand the importance.
Ladies, listen to me, you We can't be wasting our time with card tricks. We've got to do a little rehearsing.
Why, Harry, what are you mad about now?
Who said I was mad about anything?
Well, every time you get yourself in a peeve, you take it out on us. You start hollering, ladies, we gotta rehearse.
I'm not peeved. Merely a little disgusted. The act needs brushing up.
Honestly, Harry, don't you think you know the routine by now?
I'm not saying that you don't. I'm just... The act last night grieved me and shocked me because you had your eyes on the officers and not on your work. the attitude we're big in Romania, but the town we're going, honesty counts. One day I'll take you to see the Russian ballet, just to give you an idea of what dancing really is.
Your party, Mr. Bond.
Ah, Captain, good afternoon. Rest, girls.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Captain.
Bring us news?
Good news, I hope. May I have your cousin?
Certainly.
Thank you. I hope to have a definite birthday very shortly.
Oh, wait. What's happened to Mr. Quillery, Captain?
Mr. Quillery was very imprudent. Very imprudent. I'm glad that you seem more intelligent.
I'm sure they couldn't have done anything awful to him. They're sweet boys, those Bobs.
So I've observed. Get around, girls. Listen to me. Beulah, stop eating the flowers. Listen. Geneva is a key spot, and we have to be good. Now, your audience isn't going to be a bunch of junkies who don't care what you do as long as you're not wearing pants. These people are bigs, mains, prime ministers, archbishops, maharajas. These people are accustomed to the best, and we have to be good, because if we can click with them, we're off to London, then Paris, and maybe, just maybe, we can get enough money to go home.
Home. Don't even tease the idea.
Oh, don't get a decent head about again.
The problem with you all is that you're so stuck on stealing the act for yourself, and you wreck it. Now, as the late Newt Rockdale once said, somebody else can have the all-star, all-American aggregation, as long as I have a team! Now, Beulah, you've got plenty of chance to score on the bubble number, but when we get to the chorus number, you've got to submerge your genius into the mass.
But you had the wrong kind.
Your maxi board is lackluster. Here, I'll show you. You know what it is? No, you know the routine. Just a minute, Miss Blackman. Who's the director of this routine? Me or you?
You just don't know the steps.
Oh, don't let her get fresh, Harry.
Yeah, stop her, Jeff.
Shirley just wants to be helped.
I feel like I should present this. Go ahead.
Have I got it right?
Sure, he's shooting his face off.
Hi, I'm Alexa. I'm Tori.
Hi, I'm Mac Fox.
The
direct is The Dining Room by A.R. Green. It shows a single dining room and different time periods of the people who live in it. It shows the people's culture in that time period, and it shows their relationship with the dining room furniture.
We're so grateful to have worked with all these amazing actresses. In the first time period, we have Michelle Brown portraying the role of Abby, and we have Lexi Fitzpatrick portraying the role of the buyer and the psychiatrist, with Abigail Kelsey portraying the role of the architect.
We chose this play because we like how it shows us that there's two different time periods happening at the same time. We also learned from this directing experience. We learned how to direct, how to communicate with our actors, and how to bond with our actors. Thank you, and please enjoy the dining room.
Okay, let's measure it out then.
When will you be going then, Anne?
As soon as your mother finds someone else.
She can't find anyone.
She will. She will.
She says she can't and keeps going up with dyed hair and dirty fingernails.
22 feet 6 inches.
Find room.
Big room.
So you've got to stay. You can't just leave people in the lurch. Look at these French doors.
I'm looking. I'm also thinking about you, boss. I'll say, so you go away for the summer.
You gonna get married, Dad?
Maybe.
That guy you told me about from church?
Maybe.
You gonna have children? You will. I know you will. You have a daughter of your own.
Hold it tight down.
Will you come back to see us?
Oh my, yes.
No, you won't.
I will surely.
I will never see you again, ever.
12 feet 4 inches.
Come here, Michelle.
No.
Come give Aggie a big hug.
No, why should I?
Just as please, for old time's sake.
No. No, I have got a stack of homework to do. I have to see a whole day of school for this.
Michelle,
Okay, there's your dining room, Doctor.
there it is.
Big room, light room. Come on, use the room.
One of the reasons we bought this house.
And one of the reasons you should consider breaking it up.
Breaking it up?
Now, bear with me. Let's say we turn this big room into a lobby or office for you.
I thought we were going to open up those maid rooms on the 3rd floor.
Now relax, relax. The patient is the psychiatrist. Why can't the psychiatrist trust the architect? Now, just suppose we tear up that there, knock out that there, replace that with that, and paint over this. And what do we have?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, we don't have a dining room anymore. That's what we don't have.
But where would we eat?
Right here. See, look. I'm putting it in this area. I can see it now. The cuisine art, butcher block tables, the frames, the stove, the sink, all that gadgets. Now, imagine this. Husband's cooking, kids at the table, you stack the dishes. Democracy at work, in your own home. Now, do you have a nurse or receptionist?
No, I'm just a home trained.
Well, imagine this. What if you walk into there, which is your office, through the soundproof doors, maybe set some magazines down on the table at a book off the shelf or on the shelf, either way, books are not my appetite. What if you just turn on the radio, take a nap before your patient arrives and exits and arrives and exits and arrives, exits and arrives, anyway, then he comes out to lunch. And then lunch is amazing. You have it with the husband or the kids, and oh, it's just lovely. and family.
But not in the dining room?
No, not the dining room.
This room has such resonance.
So does a church. That doesn't mean we have to live in it. Look, I know where I speak. I grew up in a room like this.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, it's kind of home turf to me.
Really?
Yeah, in fact, my dad's on a chair just like that, and my sister there, and my mom right there, and I sat right here. Oh, my mom's back.
Do you want to talk about it?
Oh, it was awful. All the endless meals waiting to begin and end. All the waiting around to see if they could lean on you anymore. It was brutal. I remember one time my father came in and I didn't wash my hands and he...
Go on.
Anyway, doctor, listen. I'm going to be frank with you. I'm quite tired of messing around with these majors. I can do that in my sleep. What I want is a chance to come in here and knock out this entire first floor, just for you. Now, what do you say?
I'll have to think about it.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. You think about that. You know what? I'll send you my goal for what I've done so far.
Good, and I'll send you mine.
Hi, my name is Michelle Brown. My name is Morgan Leo. And I'm Olivia Woody, and we're the directors of Picnic. We've been so thankful to have worked with such amazing actors as Logan Haynes as Flo, Emma Stone as Millie, and Tori Demsko as Madge,
Lexi Fitzpatrick as Christine, and Julia Westmoreland as Rosemary.
Erin Fagan as Irma, and Natalie McAdams as Mrs. Potts.
Our play takes place in the 50s at a family home.
Everyone is getting ready and is super excited for the annual neighborhood picnic.
We chose this play because we wanted to add a fun and lighthearted scene to our Director's Choice Short Play Festival.
This has been a great first experience for me, and all the actors, directors, and techs have made this great, and everyone has been so present and just really, this all worked out.
Through my directing experience, I've found a new respect for actors, techs, and directors. I've had so much fun with these lovely girls and are amazing actors.
I'm so thankful to have my directors and for all the techs and all the actors that put their hard work into this, and we hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. Enjoy picnic.
Don't quit now, Ernie. Huh? Ernie's waiting for the rest of band practice. They're gonna play out the park tonight.
I don't know why you couldn't have helped us in the kitchen.
I had to dress for the ball.
Well, I have to make the potato salad and stuff the eggs and make 3 dozen bread and butter sandwiches.
Well, I had to bathe and dust my limbs with powder and something in my frock.
Did you clean the bathtub?
Yes, I cleaned the bathtub. Madge, how do I look? Now tell me the truth.
You look very pretty. I always knew you could.
I feel sort of funny.
You look wonderful in the dress. You've been happy to watch it.
Thanks. Madge, how do you talk to boys?
Why, you just talk silly.
But how do you think of things to say?
I don't know, you just say whatever comes in your head.
Suppose that nothing ever comes into my head?
You told me to come all right this morning.
But now I've got a date with him and it's just different.
You're crazy.
I think he's a real big show-off, too. You should have seen him this morning up on the high diving board. He was doing real graceful swan dives and a 2.5 gainer and a backflip. Kids stood around clapping and he just ate it up.
I think I'll paint my toenails tonight, and we're staying home.
And he was bragging all afternoon about how he used to deep sea dive off Catalina Island.
Honest?
And he was saying how he used to make $100
girl crazy too.
You think every boy you see is something terrible.
Alan took her to the high with the coats, and there was a gang of girls in the back booth. Jan badgered her gang. And when big balls come in, Jan Badger comes up to me and says, "Ain't he just the cutest thing you ever saw? Is he much?"
I wouldn't say he was the cutest thing I ever saw.
And Badger's fully goofy. She was in the back row of movies, so that people come in to sit with her. One time, her and Rubberneck Claus got after managing to leave, and they weren't just kissing either.
I never even speak to Jam Badger. Madge, I think I'll like him. If you give him a chance, you will.
I don't really care. I just wonder,
Then why ask all the questions? You're supposed to be the smart one.
not when it comes to boys, I'm absolutely ignorant.
And I tell myself I've got two beautiful daughters.
Be glad, Mom.
Doesn't really look pretty, Madge, but she isn't picking her nose. Madge, she must be the only pretty one tonight.
You're just saying I'm pretty because you're my mama.
Don't that make it true? Now, why don't you go over and show him and Potts how nice you look?
Oh, here comes Millie Owens, the great beauty of her times. Be prepared to salute when you see her.
Whatever possessed me to let that young hoodlum over at Helen's take Millie on a picnic?
How?
Yes, Howard, whatever his name is. When he came over, he left the towels in the bathroom black as dirt.
Well, it wouldn't hurt anyone just to be nice to him.
Madge, if there's any drinking tonight, I want you to put a stop on it.
I'm not going to be wet blanket.
Well, I suppose you should start getting ready. And don't spend too long admiring yourself in a mirror.
Mom, don't make fun of me.
Madge, you shouldn't inject yourself to get kidney when it's all well meant.
It's just that when I look in the mirror, that's the only time I really know that I'm alive.
Alive?
Yes. Sometimes I wonder if I really exist.
Madge, you puzzle me.
We've brought home your wayward girl, Mrs. Owens.
Oh, ladies, we have a nice party.
It wasn't a real party. Each girl paid for her own lunch, and then we played bridge.
All afternoon. But I bet you that food at the hotel was good.
Not very. But they serve rotinos with honest to goodness napkins. Lord, I hate paper napkins.
I had the French fried pork chop, mostly fat.
What'd your girls have?
I had stuffed peppers.
I had the southern fried chicken.
Linda's Super Breckenridge had pot roast of veal. It had a chunk of meat in it, so me and the girls called the waiter and complained.
Well, I should hope so.
Good for you.
I thought by now someone might have noticed my new dress. I was gonna say something, kid, and then well, do you remember that satin black crepe I had last year? Oh, don't remind me. Oh, goodness. Well, Mama remodeled it for me while I was at Columbia. I feel like I had a whole new outfit, but nobody said anything all afternoon.
It's so chic.
Thank you. Well, we better get going, Christine. Rosemary has a date. We'll be back for you in the morning. Don't be late.
Girl, I want to tell you, in one afternoon, I feel like I've been my whole life.
I was calling you as an old friend already. Goodbye, girls.
What time is Howard to be back?
Pretty soon.
Mom, is there any hot water?
You'll just have to go and see, darling.
Miss Sydney, would you mind terribly if I use some of your shower?
Help yourself. Thanks. I tell you, Madge works too much with the boys.
Madge? Why, it's a miracle, I tell y'all. I've never known Billy to look so pretty. It's just like a movie I saw once with Betty Grant. Or was it Lena Turner? Anyways, she played the part of a secretary to a very important businessman. She wore glasses and did her hair real plain, and nobody ever paid any attention to her. But one day she took off her glasses, let down her hair, and her boss wanted to marry her right away. Now I'm telling y'all, all the boys are gonna fall in love with Lena tonight.
Millie has a date.
Sorry to say. What? No!
Who is he, Millie? How? Who?
The boy over at Helen's happened to be a friend of Alan's.
Oh, him.
Did you go to the trouble of baking another cake? Well, an old lady like me, if Millie wants any attention from a young man at the picnic, all she can do is make a cake. I feel sort of excited, though. I feel like we planned picnics just to give ourselves a chance to let something amazing and exciting happen to us. Such as what?
Thank you for coming and supporting HS2C's production of Director's Choice, presented to you by the Proficient and Intermediate class. We ask that once the final choice is concluded, that you exit the doors from which you came.
The play Diary and Diagram takes the audience to the years spent in the annex by the Grant family to the moment they are captured. While working with Sarah, I learned the importance of communication and responsibility. Manfred is such a historical and important play we really wanted to put our most into it and really make it into legendary.
Our cast includes Sierra Youngs as Anne, Dominic Cruz as Peter, Jackson Frankie as Otto, Meek as Tornadia, and Sky Lewis and Nadia Suchel as soldiers. Through working with Tony and this piece, I have learned the importance of communication and respect. Respect for oneself is important, because with respect, we can respect others' ideas, opinions, and insights.
Thank you for supporting HSHCC, and we hope you enjoy the last play.
I'm just going crazy. I think if something doesn't happen soon, if we don't get out of here, I just can't stand much more of it.
I wish you had a religion, Peter.
No thanks. Not me.
Oh, I don't mean you have to be orthodox or believe in heaven and hell and purgatory and things. I just mean some religion. It doesn't matter what. Just to believe in something. When I think of all that's out there, the trees and flowers and seagulls, when I think of the dearness of you, Peter, and the goodness of the people we know, Mr. Kraler, me, Dirk, the vegetable man, all this being your lives for us every day. And I think of these good things. I'm not afraid anymore. I myself and God and I.
That's fine, but when I think I get mad, I mean, look at us, hiding out here for 2 years, not able to move, caught here, like, waiting for them to come and get us, and all for what?
We're not the only people that have had to suffer. There have always been people that have had to. Sometimes one race, sometimes another.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
I know it's hard to not have any faith when weather is such horrible. But you know what I sometimes think? I think the world may be going through a phase. The way I was with Mother, it'll pass. Maybe not for hundreds of years, but someday. I still believe, in spite of everything, that people are really good at heart.
But Anne, I want to see something now, not 1,000 years from now.
But Peter, if you'd only look at it as part of a great pattern, that we're only a little minute into life. Listen to us, going at each other like a couple of stupid grown-ups. Look at the sky now. Isn't it lovely? Someday, when we're outside here, I'm going to...
It's time.
For the past 2 years, we've lived in fear. Now we can live in peace.
And so it seems our Savior is over. They're waiting for us now. They've given us 5 minutes to get our things. We can each take a bag and whatever may hold clothing. Nothing else. So, dear diary, this means I must leave you behind. Goodbye for a while. P.S. Please, me or Mr. Kraler
the block was surrounded by police.
It seems strange to say this, that anyone could be happy in a concentration camp. But Anne was happy in the camp in Holland where they first took us. After 2 years being shut up in these rooms, she could finally get out in the fresh air and sunshine that she loved. News of the war was good. British and Americans were sweeping through France. We felt sure they would get to us in time. In September, when we were captured, all the men were sent to one camp, women to another. I was sent to Auschwitz, they went to Belsen. In January, we were free. A few of us were left. The war wasn't yet over, so we went from sighting or crossing, go from group to group. Where were you? Were you at Belsen, Buchenwald, Mauthausen? That's how I found out about Lake's death. Of Margot, Von Dahms, Dusel, but Anne. I'd still hoped. Yesterday, I went to Rotterdam. I'd heard of a woman who said she knew Anne. I know now.